Let's talk about the eighth house. Why is it that people have a lot of fear around the eighth house when a lot of people know and understand that eighth house is all about transformation. It is all about changing your life. Our life is also divided into three, right? Childhood, young age, and the old age. Exactly how Lalita Tripura Sundari is. So, in the child, as a child, she is Bala Tripura Sundari or Bala Krishna. And then when you grow, you have to fight the battles of your life, just like Lalita Tripura Sundari has fought Dwarka, or Krishna had to fight the demons. And then is the older age when Ma Tripura Sundari takes the form of Ma Bhadrakali and she takes over the world, the highest form, Brahman. Similarly, your life is also divided. So there is nothing to be afraid of the eighth house. Eighth house is the house which gives you the kind of suffering that you require to transform and create a newer self by annihilating what does not belong to you. So the eighth house also represents the karmic debris that you're carrying forward from your previous birth. This eighth house will tell you how to use your current life to walk on the path of self realization, to understand your highest potential, annihilate which does not belong to you. That is your highest ego, to be able to connect to Brahman. That's why this particular house is associated with the house of death. This house is the house which is associated with the annihilation of the ego. This house represents your karmic debris that you've been carrying forward from your previous birth and what you need to do in this birth to exhaust that karmic debris. So it is basically the eighth house gives you the understanding of what exactly that you need to do to be able to understand and acquire that param vidya, that is your third eye opening, is at the eighth house because here your life is transforming step by step to be able to attain what you're supposed to attain in this birth. That is, it is leading you towards your goals, to your soul mission, to what you had probably planned in many of your previous births, in your many of your reincarnations in the past. So eighth house is associated with diseases. It is associated with suffering. The most interesting part is that a lot of people eighth house, they consider that the eighth house is all about seeing how um, destructive, or like eighth house is said to be very destructive in nature. But actually, the sixth house determines or tells you about the acute diseases that you have. But the eighth house, it discusses the deep chronic disorders which you might have accumulated from your ancestors, or something which is hereditary, or something which is karmically stuck in your body. So, in the house of the witchcraft and the black magic is ruled by this sign of Scorpio, which is the eighth house. Okay, and because the signs Jyeshtha Nakshatra is associated with the disruptive flow of the prana, the pranic flow, the pranic vayu in the human body. Hence, this leads to disruptions of energies. It leads to destructive thoughts. It leads to deviation from the path, and hence eighth house is associated with black magic. It is associated with deep occultism. Eighth house also represents your deepest abilities and potential to be in the occult science. So eighth house is not all that bad, but yes, it is very misunderstood house, and a lot of digging in needs to be done at what your eighth house is stating or is wanting to tell you about yourself. Because once you are able to realize what's in store in your eighth house, you will slowly and steadily be able to exhaust your karmic debris and move towards moksha. Moksha is decided by the 12th house, which is the Sahasrara chakra. But eighth house is the Param Vidya, or your third eye, which opens only when you are aware, when you're self aware, when you've internalized, when you've self realized, and you're aware of what exactly has brought you on this planet and what difference are you here to make. So, the scorpion bite, you know what the scorpion bite is all about? It kind of like gives you a neurological shock. Okay, so that neurological shock comes from the eighth house. And if you do not get that neurological shock, it will not wake you up. So the eighth house is associated with waking you up. And sometimes, even if we connect the eighth house with witchcraft or the black magic, uh, eighth house also means that you're being led to that path or you get impacted by that path only to give you that electric shock to be able to attain that higher wisdom. And uh, it is not because, it is not always wise to see the eighth house only with witchcraft. But eighth house also means that something that needs to be shaken in the system, okay? And that shaking of the system can be also done through extreme tantra. Sometimes we also have to believe and see if we've caused any harm to somebody in our previous birth, and if that is getting carried forward in this birth. So somewhere the eighth house will help you eliminate um, the things that you've probably done in your previous births that are creating a hindrance for you in this birth towards the path of moksha. So I'm going to talk more about the houses. I'm going to speak more about the tantric side of astrology, how astrology and tantra are closely knit, and will give you deeper meanings and associations wherein you will be able to decode your life by yourself. I'll see you soon with my next video.